All right, fam. Special guest. It is Tyler Scott, wide receiver from Cincinnati, future NFL guy when I'm talking to him. And Cincinnati, would you want to get picked by Cincy? Is there, do you have a place that you can say I would like to play there, or a quarterback you would like to play with?
It's funny. I actually visited Cincinnati today,
Oh,
on a kind of official 30 visit. I was there this morning.
nice.
Real cool staff. Got to meet a lot of a lot of the coaches. Talked to the owner, Mike Brown, and Zach Taylor, head coach. So it was really good. So like the atmosphere there, like the coaching staff. So who knows?
I'm a Ravens guy, so I'm rooting for
Uh,
less talent in Cincy because they got dogs out there. But man, you would see a lot of single coverage and catch balls from Joe Burrow. That wouldn't be the worst situation.
no, for sure. And to kind of piggyback, I mean, I would say I was a Ravens guy, and I guess I can say currently I still am, but that is really because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan. He's been my favorite player since I was in high school.
let's go.
So we'll see how that pans out, but I don't know.
I mean, maybe he'll be in Cincy next year. Who knows at this point? I do have to say though,
uh,
have you had Skyline Chili?
I have. I've had it a few times. It's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's what someone who plays in Cincy who was at the facility this
Yeah,
morning says. It's not bad. I had it. I actually agree. It's not bad. But the fact that it is the thing in Cincy is a little
yeah,
concerning to me.
yeah. I don't know. It's not. Like I said, it's not terrible. I see what they're trying to do. But I don't know. I'll give it a. If I had to rate it, I give it probably like a. I give it a B plus.
Okay. What would be an A
Yeah,
plus in your book?
an A plus. It wouldn't be a hot dog. I think that just kind of. I think that just kind of leaves them out of the A category.
Yeah. What's your
But for
favorite food?
me, my favorite food. Um, Favorite food, I'd probably have to go with probably some type of fish, so maybe like lobster. I love lobster.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, love lobster. It's a really nice spot in where I'm from. It's called Funky Truckeria. I think it's only based in really Norton, Ohio.
You're telling me that Norton,
Really,
Ohio is really good lobster?
they have a really good taco place, which they actually serve like a lobster. It's like a fried lobster
Oh,
um, taco, and it's so good. I can't wait to go back to actually have it. But really good taco place there, Funky Truckeria. Shout out to them. So,
nice, nice. Okay.
yeah.
Are you gonna watch the draft up back home?
I'm still in the process of kind of figuring that out exactly what I want to do. I know I'll be in Ohio. Just don't know if I'll be in either Cincinnati. I have quite a bit of family here in Cincinnati, or back in Akron or
Gotcha.
Norton.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
I'm reading here that, well, whenever they talk about speed guys, and you ran a 4.44 at the combine, that's pretty fast. They say he's got track speed, but you actually
hmm
do have track speed. You qualified for the Olympics, the Junior Olympics, when you were 9.
Yeah, no. So I have been running track since I was like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. Um, yeah, I've been running AU track. My dad, he was one of the coaches. He coached shot put and discus, but he was part of the coaching staff, and so got me into running. Loved it. So I used to compete with people all over the country really. And when I got to around age 8, 9 years old, I really started to kind of pick up some speed, and I made it to the districts and then into the regional. So you're facing people from kind of the Midwest area as far as states, and then if you qualify and you get top four, you get to move on to the Junior Olympics. And yeah, when I was 9, that was the first time I ended up going, and went to Iowa, Moines, Iowa, and did really well. Ran the 400-meter dash, and I was fourth fastest in the nation that year in the 400.
Wow. Were the three
Yep.
faster than you? Did they go and do anything? Run college track? Run in the Olympics or anything?
I can't distinctly remember who the guys that were that beat me. Actually, I think one of them was Jamison Williams.
Really?
I distinctly remember him being really good. Coming up in AAU, even past that age, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, growing up. So, he was a person that I've seen pretty much consistently every year at the Junior Olympics. And, he did so many different events, the 100, 200, 400, did the hurdles and long jumps. So, he was one of the guys that I distinctly remember growing up that continued to run.
All right. Well, I guess the NFL scouts thought he was pretty fast, and now
Yeah, yeah.
now he's in Detroit. So let me ask you then: when these guys in the league are fighting over who's the fastest, and I think a lot of people like to say Tyreek right now. It used to be Djax, maybe. Are you like, no, I'm in that category?
Of course. I guess how would you want to measure that? Are we just gonna go out and race? Are we just going off game speed? Are we going off of just the eye test? I guess it depends on who's judging, and I guess what category we're going off of. But no, I definitely like to put myself in that category.
Do you think you'll be the fastest player in the league next year?
Ooh, that's tough.
And all right, let me
I
let
think
me frame it on a track. Like we get on a track, no pads, no route running, just on a track.
we get on a track and run. Interesting. Ooh. Uh, so people like to say Tyreek Hill is the fastest in the league right now. So to do a
Yeah.
comparison, so he ran maybe about two
Yeah,
weeks
didn't he just
ago.
run?
Yeah, he just ran indoor. He just ran about 2 weeks ago, and I want to say he ran a six. I don't know if it was a 6.6, something like that. Maybe 6.6, somewhere around that area. Maybe a high 6.7 or low 6.7. When I was in high school, my going into my senior year, right before outdoor, I participated in indoor track for the first time in my high school career. That year, I almost broke the state record, which was 6.74. I ran 6.77 as a senior in high school. So
So
that's just I'm not saying you know what I
right, you're
mean,
not
but
saying anything, but
but just to give a little comparison of where I was at there in comparison. When I was in high school at age 17, 18 years old.
okay,
So,
all right.
but yeah, I don't know.
We'll let the people decide. How to take that
Sure,
one. So
sure.
you and Trey, you guys obviously played together in college,
Yep.
but you played together in high school as well.
No, so we didn't play together in high school. That's kind of when we
Gotcha.
split. We grew up together. So we met during track. So really the year after I was ranked fourth fastest in the nation that year, um, going into that next year, Trey came out to run for the track team. And so I remember the first day I met him, he was wearing this yellow football jersey with these like blue shorts, these baby blue shorts. And I had some friends on the team. We had mutual friends on the team, but we didn't know each other. And they were telling me like, "Hey, man, you might have some competition. This dude, he played running back for us. He's fast." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." And so I distinctly remember that day. We went over, we raced each other. It was a 100-meter dash. We race each other, and we start, we go, we finish, and we ended in a dead tie then. And from that point on, we looked at each other and we're like, okay, all right, we might be able to work something out here. And so, ever since then, we've been competing against each other. Grew up running together. Our families got real close, real tight. We ended up traveling all over the nation. Going to Iowa, going to Virginia Beach, Texas, New Orleans, Michigan. All these different places. We used to get a mini or a rental van, just hop in the van and we would just drive. We would
Nice.
go and then we compete against kids all over the nation.
Did you get a van because you didn't want to fly?
Um, it probably was because the band was cheaper, honestly.
Okay, all right. No, because I know like John Madden, his whole thing was he wouldn't fly places, and
Mhm.
I'm always like curious because my brother hates getting on airplanes. I know other people who hate airplanes, and I'm like, if you're playing now at any level of athletics, like you got to be comfortable getting on a plane at some point. And then you just saw like the Clippers talking about their plane got hit by thunder. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy. So I wasn't sure if that
yeah,
was for
no,
any other reason.
yeah, no. It was just probably just because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But I mean, it took me a while to adjust the planes. Growing up, my biggest fear was the plane crashing in the water. That
Yeah.
was kind of my biggest thing. So I used to always psych myself out every time I got on the plane because I'm like, oh gosh, we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash in the water. We're gonna drown. The sharks are gonna eat us. I was very
Wait,
dramatic.
so your biggest fear was not the crash, it was actually being eaten by the sharks after you crashed in the water?
Yeah, yeah. I have a very, I don't want to say obsession, but I have a very high interest in sharks for some reason. growing up. I used to love watching Shark Week. I love the movie Jaws. So I love watching, just kind of shark movies and things of that nature. So I don't know. And whenever I got on planes, I was always had a huge fear like, man, we're gonna go over water and then we're gonna crash, and all the sharks are gonna eat us.
That's funny. All right. That's good to know. It's good to be open with people though, because you'd be shocked at how many people like definitely feel the same way or can align
Yeah,
with those feelings. So I always encourage people to share that stuff.
for sure.
So
Yeah.
I know that you're not gonna tell me if I ask you where you would like to get drafted. So I'm gonna
hmm
ask you, where do you think Trey would fit best? Who should draft him?
Who should draft Trey? Um, there's a team out there that should draft Trey.
Is there a certain quarterback that fits his game well, a certain offense, or even a team that needs a wide receiver really,
I
really
think
bad?
I think the Chiefs fit him very well. Just kind of schematically, he kind of has that Tyreek Hill comp, for sure. A guy's going to catch the ball and get the ball in his hands. He's going to fly. I've never seen him get caught before. Probably the fastest dude I
Except by
know.
you. Except by
Say it
you.
again.
Except by you. Well, not caught,
Yeah,
but same speed, same speed.
yeah. No, I mean he's one of the probably the fastest guy I know. I've watched him since he was little, and coming him up, outside of me, I've never seen anyone beat him. So, but
So
yeah, no, he's a blazer.
you just want to give him Patrick Mahomes. That you must really be best friends with him because I got some friends and I wouldn't be like, yeah, go play with Pat. That's a great situation.
Yeah,
Did you end him squat 600 pounds?
yeah, we did. It was our so it was that summer, this past summer of the season, going into my junior, going into his senior year. We put up 600.
So you got the speed and you got the squat power, and you
hmm
play wide receiver. So I assume you got the hands too.
Yeah. No, it actually took me a while. I wouldn't say it took me a while, but it was a little bit of an adjustment because growing up, I played running back. I played running back from when I was 8 all the way to my senior in high school, and I didn't start playing receiver until I got to college. And so, it was a pretty different adjustment because at running back, you're used to seeing like 8 guys in the box, and it's more reactionary. You get the ball, it's just kind of like, okay, all right, that's kind of where the hole is at this general area,
Yeah.
and it's just pretty, instinctive. And then moving out to receivers, especially at the college level, it's a lot more thinking. You're basically another quarterback. You go from seeing 8 guys to now you're looking at maybe like 3 guys. I will say, like when you're running after the catch, it does feel a lot, I guess, say better because you're not having as many tight windows. I guess I would say,
Yeah.
as you're playing running back. So, it's definitely a little bit of an adjustment, but I love it though.
So based off what you can see of me right now, which is pretty much just my top half, I played
hmm
soccer
Okay.
my whole athletic career, except for 1 year, eighth grade. I played running back. Based off
Hmm.
what you could see, who do you think my running back player comparison would have been?
Your running back player comp.
Like what running style do you think I had?
What running style do I think you had? Um, if I had to take a guess,
And
how tall? You
I'm
said you.
flexing really hard right now, just so just so
Uh,
I don't get mislabeled.
so, so wait, how tall are you?
I'm well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving you all that information.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's just based off what you can see.
Based off all I can see. All right, so you kind of you seem like you're maybe a little lengthy. Um, maybe got some height to you. Slimmer frame.
Yeah,
I'm
even
gonna
with the
go old.
flex.
I'm gonna go old school for you. I'm gonna go with a Eric Dickerson comp.
Wow, that is you are a nice person. I my first career carry went for 10 yards. My parents were going nuts and I didn't get hit. I ran for 10, ran out the sideline. My next 6 carries went for
Oh, that's
negative
funny.
yards. I finished my football career with negative 18 yards. It was
Wow.
yeah.
Ah,
That's pretty impressive, no?
Yeah. Negative 18.
Yeah. It was
Ah,
it was weird. The way our offense ran, it was a dual set. So quarterback in the
mhm.
shotgun, running back on the left, fullback on the right. They would
Okay.
snap the ball to the quarterback, hand it to the
Okay.
fullback. That was like the main play, and then
Hmm.
hand it to me if the play was called for me. So, I was
Okay.
starting at a pretty big deficit, but negative 18, that's got to be some type of record. Not many people can say that they broke records.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot. I know Barry Sanders. I know when he was, the leading rusher, I think he was also leading the league in, negative yardage as well when he was running. But he ran for a lot as well. So
I appreciate that. All right.
yeah,
Who would you say your player comp is? I mean, obviously you're Tyler Scott and you have your own
yeah,
game,
yeah,
but who do you model your game after? Who do you study? Who do you like to watch?
yeah. It's hard to say one guy model. Um, just based off of kind of my play style. I'm kind of that vertical threat guy. So, Hollywood Brown, he comes to mind. That type of guy. Tyler Lockett, T.Y. Hilton, um, Christian Kurt, like those guys. Excuse me. Yeah, those are all really good guys. I love to watch CJ or not CJ, Terry McLaurin. I think he's a dog. I think he's a leader. I just think he's a little underrated because maybe inconsistent quarterback play, but I
Yeah.
just think he's a dog for sure. Love Devonte Adams. Devonte Adams' release package off the line is second to none. He basically takes the basketball court and puts it on the football field at the line,
Yeah.
which is just very impressive because a lot of those things align and match up when you're looking at releases off the line. It's just like playing basketball. If you make your move too close, guys are going to get hands on you. In football and basketball, just going to steal it. So you got to give yourself some space, but you don't want to be too far away. So
Did you hoop?
um,
Did you hoop?
I did. I hooped in high school. Yeah.
What position?
So I was point guard and two guard.
Okay. And
So
and
I
who was
was
your
the
who was your basketball player comp?
my basketball player comp would definitely be a prime Russell Westbrook.
No way. That's
Yeah,
that's
it would
who
definitely
people say
be
I am. They
really
say that I'm a below the rim Russell Westbrook though.
okay.
So,
Okay,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little erratic, terrible shooter, but will shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And definitely not a high flyer, but Russ. Okay. All right. So we got
Yeah,
it.
no, I was definitely that guy. I was a slasher. So like if I caught so one thing I was notorious for doing was as soon as the team would score, everyone's jogging back, so their back is, towards me. So I would get the ball super quick inbound it, and about the time they turn around, I'm laying the ball up. So I
Yeah.
would basically beat them down the court before they could even cross half court or just passing half court. I would already be at the rim, finishing. I got so many easy points doing that.
I love that. Take
Yeah, and
advantage of
then
unset defenses.
oh,
That's the
for
key.
sure, for sure.
That's the
And
key.
then I was also that D guy, that guy that I was going to take the best player every night. I would face guard. I would play the whole game face guarding one guy, shut him down. So I was that type of guy.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah,
like that. Russ is a good one. You didn't have to take the Wonderlic test, did you?
I did. I
You
took
did.
it when I was at the combine.
How
Hmm.
was it?
Different, if I could say the least. It was interesting. Some of the questions. I think the biggest thing was if you didn't know anything, you just had to keep moving on to the next question. But yeah, it was different.
Perfect. Because
Yeah,
we have a very famous Snapback Sports Wonderlic test that we've been
really.
putting draft prospects through for the past 4 years. And, it's really indicative of where they're going to end up in their career. So, this is a high intensity, high pressure test. And
Okay.
I just want you to be prepared for that. Don't,
Okay.
there is no skipping though. You do have to answer
Okay.
every question.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
but if you're ready, let me know.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. How many times can you subtract 10 from 100?
Would that be 9 times?
It's one time. Because once you take 10 from 100, it becomes 90. It's the only time you could do it. All right. So
What
now
is
now you
it?
catch the vibe. Now you catch the vibe. All right. We're just getting started, though. We're just getting
Okay.
started. All
But
right.
embarrassing.
No, people have, trust me. There's no way to embarrass. The only way to embarrass yourself is to
That's funny.
leave this, which we may or
Okay.
may not have had someone quit before, but you're not going to be that guy.
Okay, cool.
If 2 is a company and 3 is a crowd, what do 4 and 5 make?
2 is a company and 3 is a crowd. What does 4 and 5 make? If 2 is a company and 3 is a crowd, what does 4 and 5 make? 4 and 5 makes. I'm gonna just have to say, what, a family?
It makes 9. See, we're hitting it with misdirection here. The first question, we're really playing with you. Then we give you the layup.
Oh
So
my
you
god.
got to stay locked in. Next question.
Okay.
The opposite of least is most. But what do you put in a toaster?
Opposite of least is most, but what do you put in a toaster? Bread?
There you go. There you go. There we go. All right. Next question. Where can
Okay.
you add 2 to 11 and end up at 1?
Where can you add 2 to 11 and end up at 1?
This is a good question. I like
Where can
this
you
one.
add 2 to 11 and end up at 1? Uh, add 2 to 11 and end up at 1. Interesting question. I feel like it has something to do with maybe the actual word. Um, I'm stumped on this one. I don't even got nothing for you.
1 o'clock.
2 to 11 end up at 1. 1
You know,
o'clock. Wow.
yeah. That one's a
Okay.
good one. That one's a good. And that
Yeah, no,
one's
that's
tough
a good one.
because if you're not thinking clock, there's no way you're getting there.
No,
There's just
not
no
at
way.
all.
All right, next question. Jane's
Okay.
father has 3 daughters. One named Beyonce, one named Kelly. What's the third daughter's name? So Jane's father has 3 daughters. One's Beyonce, one's Kelly, and what's the third?
It's Jane. Jane.
There you go. There you go. All right. All right. All right. Heating up a little. What word in the dictionary is spelled incorrectly?
Incorrectly.
There it is. I
Uh
feel the momentum. Last question. A
huh.
man went outside in the pouring rain without an umbrella. Not a
Hmm.
single hair on his head got wet. How is this possible? A man went outside in the pouring rain, no umbrella, and not a single hair on his head got wet.
I would just say he doesn't have any hair.
There you go. He's bald.
Okay.
Well
Ball.
done. Well done. So what'd you think of that Wonderlic in comparison to the one you took at the combine?
This one was definitely more kind of. I feel like that was more riddles.
Yeah.
In comparison to the Wonderlic, which felt like more math problems.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
don't need math. It's touchdown 6 points. Like it's pretty simple.
Yeah. I mean, they got their reasons, so I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Tell me what you like to do outside of football. What do you like to do in your everyday life?
Outside of football, well, first things first, I love to spend time with my girlfriend. Been together for going on 2 years now, so she's a lot of fun. We'll
Let me
go.
give you a tip because I'm recently engaged as of a month ago. 6 years
Okay,
I was with
congratulations.
my girlfriend. Thank you.
Okay.
And at some point, similar to I'm sure the NFL team you'll be on, there's a ring chase. So I know you love your
Hmm.
girlfriend. I just want to check in on are we, we're still in preseason here. Is she actively on the ring chase? Tell me where we're at.
Um, yeah, we're getting pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're getting close to your status. I'll put it that way.
Wow. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
That's exciting. All right. So outside of hanging with your girl, what do you like to do?
Outside of that, I love to watch movies. Love the movies. Love movies. All
Top
different types of
movie?
movies. All different genres of movies.
What's your top
Um,
one? Or what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie of all time, Rocky.
Rocky. Do you think what's the
Rocky
best
3.
movie of all time? Because if you could have a favorite, but if you're a connoisseur and you love movies, like what do you think's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
movie?
Interesting. Good question. Um, so favorite movie of all time is Rocky 3. Best movie of all time. Best movie of all time, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Really?
I'm gonna have to go with Forrest Gump. That's up there.
Okay.
Uh, Trying to think. I like Forrest Gump and I also love Independence Day. I think those are two great movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Movies. So you're a movies and chill with the girl type guy. And
Yeah, yeah,
occasionally
movies.
Russell Westbrook. You like to get
And
on the
they
court.
occasionally, yeah.
So you're from Ohio. Are you a LeBron guy?
Oh yeah, anybody that know, yeah, no, of course. Love LeBron James, favorite player of all time, greatest of all time. No debate there.
Wait,
So,
the greatest what of all time?
greatest basketball player of all time.
Like behind like Mike and what
No, no, no,
about
no, no.
wait, is it true you like collectibles? Is that did I hear that?
Yes, yes, that would be my third thing there. I just recently got back into sports cards collecting.
All right, I'm gonna show you. This is actually sick. You'll appreciate this. I went to the
Okay.
card show in Chicago. I'm also big into cards. Um, and and on the way out, I was like, I've never seen a card like this, a piece like this. This is way more than this thing is worth, but I have to have it. It's an Andrew Wiggins. It's a player used from I think his like rookie sophomore campaign.
Yeah.
I'll send you a pic later. What do you think
Okay.
about this?
No, that's hard. Is it graded?
Yeah, it's graded. It's a Beckett 9.5.
Wow,
It's pretty nice.
that's a high
But
grade.
my collection, I got some Lamars, but then I collect definitely a lot of basketball. Who do you collect?
Oh man. Well, growing up, I was just kind of all over the place. For sure. I really liked collecting at the time. I loved Justin Verlanders.
Oh,
So I used to collect a lot of Justin Verlander at the time. Craziest thing is I used to trade away all my Mike Trouts. And like I had all like 5 or 6 of his rookie cards,
no.
and I used to trade them away.
For Justin
Just
Verlander or for like even
I don't
worse?
even know. Just for regular guys, I just remember distinctly having that 2011 Topps pack and
Oh.
having like 5 or 6 Mike Trout rookies. And I was like, yeah, yeah, go ahead, take them. And now, later down the
Did you have
line,
any LeBrons growing up?
oh yeah, yeah, I got a couple. I think I got about 3 or 4 of his rookie cards. I got a couple of his. I got some older school cards as well. I got an OJ Simpson rookie. Um, who else do I got? I just picked up a Barry Sanders rookie card. Um, I got a lot of baseball. I got Pete Rose. Got quite a few of him. Some Willie Mays. Uh, what did I just pick up? Um,
So a real collector. I respect that.
oh yeah, no, no, yeah, I'm into it pretty heavily.
So
Um,
you get your NFL contract. You know, people buy a house, they buy some
yeah.
clothes. Like, you have any dream collectible cards that you would try and grab?
Well, the dream collector would be the 52 Mickey Mantle,
Yeah.
for sure. uh,
Second
those of you that
contract,
don't
maybe.
know,
Second contract.
yeah, second contract. If you know, you know. But yeah. So that's kind of my dream card. But honestly, that card, and I also want that '86 Flair Jordan.
I got one of those. Not a 10, not a
Do you?
10, but
It's not a
I
10.
think I have one in a 6 or 7. I bought it a few
Okay.
years ago before the big boom. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, I think the connection was off. The best basketball player ever. So I figured
You might have misheard me there. You might have misheard me there. Yeah. I'll put
well,
it this way. I'll say this. I think he's the greatest basketball player ever, but I don't think he's the best basketball player ever. I think LeBron's the best basketball player ever. I think LeBron is the greatest basketball player ever.
okay,
Or
I'll give you
no,
a hot
reverse.
take.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a hot
Okay.
take. My hot take that I say this out loud to people is
Okay.
that I think that Giannis is the best player to ever play. Now, he doesn't have the accolades, he doesn't have the legacy, he's only got one title. But if we were drafting in their prime every single player that's ever played, he would be my
Yeah.
first pick in a game of pickup.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bold there.
It's bold. But where do you think Giannis is? He's probably already top 20 player. Not by legacy, but like, come on.
I guess you could sneak him in there. I guess I wouldn't be mad at it. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't be mad at it for sure.
But LeBron would be
Um,
your first pick?
yeah, LeBron is definitely first overall. Prime LeBron James is better than
Well,
any basketball
what's
player to ever
prime
breathe
LeBron
oxygen.
for you?
Ooh.
Because he had like 3 different special
Yeah, he
primes.
did. He really did. I think 2012, 2013 LeBron
Yeah.
robbed of MVP. Marc Gasol got it. Or he got MVP, but he didn't get defensive player of the year. Marc Gasol robbed him
Yeah.
that year. I think he should have got it. But I think that LeBron is up there, and I also think 2017 LeBron is also up there.
Yeah.
I watched pretty much every game that season, and I mean, I'll also say this: I don't think anybody affects winning like LeBron does. I mean,
Interesting.
if you look at every team he's been on, they go from non-playoff contenders
Yeah.
to immediate playoff contenders. I mean, it's wild to think about, but since my third grade year, he had been going to the NBA Finals from
Every
my
year.
third grade year all the way to my junior year in high school. He was in the NBA Finals every single year.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what team he had, no matter who was around him, he was in the NBA Finals. And you look at what happened to those teams when he left. They all end up with lottery picks.
Yeah.
You know, the economy goes back down. So, I just think that nobody affects winning more than him. You look at Jordan, who you say is the greatest.
Oh, you've been through some
He
MJ LeBron
he
debates in your
he
day.
ended up oh for sure. He ends up retiring due to his circumstances, and his teams make the playoffs still.
You're not wrong.
LeBron, he leaves those teams, and those teams are nowhere near the playoffs. So
Do you think the Lakers could win it all this year then?
for sure, I think they're getting back healthy. They're starting to catch their stride. Austin Reeves has really stepped up and shown that he's a player. LeBron's getting back healthy, back from his ankle injury. He looks good.
Yeah.
AD probably had the best month of basketball in his whole career this past month. So things are looking up for sure. They did take a tough L last night to the Clippers, which is like, I think they said it's like 11 straight they
Yeah,
lost
the
in a row
Clippers love playing
to
the
the
Lakers.
Clippers. I mean, I don't know what it is with them, but
Well, I'm a Knicks guy, and we play the Cavs.
Okay.
So, are you a Cavs guy or just a LeBron guy?
Just LeBron guy. So I grew up a Cavs fan. I'll say this: I grew up a Cavs fan, especially because of LeBron.
Yeah.
Then when LeBron left and went to Miami, I was obviously a LeBron fan, but I did also keep up with the Cavs because I loved Kyrie Irving when he first got drafted, and loved watching him, loved watching the Cavs. But after he left, well, then they joined back up. LeBron was there, but now recently, no, I'm not, really into the Cavs anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just strictly wherever LeBron goes, I go. I'm rooting for that team. I've been a Cavs fan, I've been a Miami Heat fan, and now I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
So, so focus fan, I guess they call it.
No, there's plenty of LeBron fans out there. And look,
Yeah.
I'm Lamar Jackson guy because I'm a Ravens guy. But if Lamar ends up leaving, I'm gonna start watching Lamar Jackson wherever he's playing, and you never know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I will too.
Well, I appreciate your time. Really excited for you going into the draft, and maybe some other big things on the horizon that we won't speak about, just in case someone's listening to this podcast. But shout out your socials so everyone can give you a follow.
Yeah. So follow me on Instagram at Tyler Scott 21, 3 underscores, and then follow me on TikTok as well at Tyler underscore Scott 21. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Tyler Scott 21, 3 underscores as well.
What's your favorite platform?
My favorite platform.
Because I saw you're starting to put a little work in on TikTok.
Yeah. No, I started to get on there. I love TikTok. It gives me a lot of great laughs. I'll probably check in on it maybe once or twice a week, and I'll get on it for like 2 hours and go into my own world on it.
Yeah.
But no, I love TikTok. It's really I go on there for the laughs. Really, it's a fun app. I love Instagram because it's a lot more personable. You got all your friends and family and stuff on there, so I like that aspect of it. I also love Twitter though. Twitter, that's a close one for me.
Twitter's
That and
funny,
TikTok.
man.
Twitter's fun, man.
Also,
It's
if you're
funny.
on NBA Twitter, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, it's just so much stuff on there, man. You can voice your opinions. You see other people talking, and it's just so much stuff on there, man. It's just it's a great app.
Awesome. Well, make sure you
Yeah,
guys follow Tyler on all the platforms. I'll definitely be doing the same. And best of luck to you on this next journey.
man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on.
Of course. Thanks, Tyler.